Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Now today is transfer deadline day, so I thought because I have the entire day off, what I'm going to do is do my reactions to news and rumours, obviously related to Sunderland, as it comes in. So my entire day, as sad as it seems, is going to consist of me staring at social media all day, watching Sky Sports News, and try and find out any kind of information. And then anytime any information does come through, I'm going to come back here and do a little bit of a recap of what's going on. So this video could potentially be about 2 minutes long if we don't make any signings. But as of right now, it is just gone 11 o'clock in the morning, and there isn't really anything going on as of right now, nothing Sunderland related. But over the last couple of days, it has come to fruition that we have had some 6'3" striker, Polish lad. I'm not going to try and pronounce his name because, you know, I struggled enough trying to pronounce Magiok. So this guy, I'll just put his name up on the screen because there's not a chance I'm pronouncing that until I hear someone else say it. But yeah, he's been on trial, but apparently we're nowhere near, close to a deal with signing him as of yet. But he is still on a trial. I don't think that'd be too much of a bad signing. I know very little about him. I know that he's been playing his trade in the second tier of German football, but you know, a big brute up top, you know, I don't mind those types of players, a hold-up player, but again, I haven't really seen him play, so I can't really comment too much on that one. Now, I'll try and predict what I think we're going to get today, and also I think it's going to be a little bit of a letdown, because if we think about it, today is pretty much pointless. It's pretty irrelevant to us because, yes, it's transfer deadline day. It is for all the other English clubs. And one of the big things that we need to do is offload the likes of Catamol, Gilabodji and Dong, possibly Oviedo. And the transfer deadline day is only for English teams. So if any English team has a brain, then why on earth would they want any of these players? And, for example, Catamol, he's wanted on loan by Hull, apparently. And the loan window is still open up until the 31st, so that's not really going to mean much today. And a lot of these players that are going out, I think they'll be going out on loan, and then possibly a sort of obligation to buy clause as well. So I don't think it's going to be too busy today, especially with outgoings. If we do manage to get players out on a transfer, I can't see it being by English clubs, and all the other clubs in Europe, their transfer window is open until the back end of the month, so it is a little bit irrelevant. So if we are going to sign players from English teams, of course that will have to happen today, but I can see a few loans going through. Not necessarily even today, because our loan window goes through all the way to the end of the month anyway. So I don't think this is going to be the kind of transfer window that some people are maybe expecting. It is a little bit irrelevant, as I say. But if we do, then that's fantastic. And you'll see my reaction to everything that happens throughout the day right here. Now, I'll give you my sort of prediction as to what I think we're going to see today. I think we might potentially see a signing, possibly a free agent, and a money signing as well. That's what I'm predicting. I'm predicting a free agent and signing as well. So that's 2 signings today. But I do think we might make a loan signing or even 2 before the official loan window closes. So I'm expecting 2 signings today, guys. 2. That is my prediction. So this video could end up lasting, 4 minutes. But we shall see. So as of right now, it's 11 o'clock. I haven't heard anything as of yet. So I will be back with you when something does come out. Okay guys, so we have our first sort of little bit of unofficial news / rumours. So regarding the lad, the Polish lad that we were speaking about earlier, who I can't pronounce, so I'm not going to go for it again. Apparently, an unnamed source who I have got here, apparently he has said that he is going to continue his trial until the end of the month. But he is flagging big style. He's not a half bad player, but he is shown that he is massively unfit, so to speak. So I think he might be having his trial up until the end of the month, and they're not even close to even considering whether they're going to sign him or not. Apparently he's had 2 sort of behind the scenes games, behind closed doors, 60-minute games, and he's been flagging big time with his fitness and stuff like that. But he has shown little bits of quality here and there. And also apparently someone, an unnamed player again, is currently having a medical at the club. Again, this is all from unnamed sources and stuff like that. Apparently there is someone having a medical at the club as of right now. Stuart Donald has also said that 4 players are very close on leaving, but remember that the foreign window is open until the end of the month, so that doesn't necessarily mean that it's all going to happen today. Apparently Oviedo, this isn't mentioned by Stuart Donald, but apparently Oviedo is a player who is also very close to leaving the club. But 4 players are close to leaving, and also he's expecting, or says that he's very close on signing a striker, a midfielder, and a winger. But that is all we've got as of right now. Very little movement in terms of official news, but that is everything we have got as of right now. So Jack Ross has just finished his press conference, and sort of as expected, I suppose, not too much was spoken about regarding transfers, but although he did say that the backroom staff are of course trying very, very hard, but you know, it didn't seem convinced to me that much was going to happen. Seems very, very laid back with everything, which seems to be the sort of vibe throughout the club. And what's going on but with me, and I think a lot of fans as well, starting to panic a little bit, because although we had a fantastic opening day, I do believe that the players that were on the pitch that day, we have the quality to, you know, do a good job in this league. It's a very, very long season in League One, and we are so short on numbers still. Although that sort of 11 or so that we do have, I do believe they can do a job, but our injury list is growing and growing and growing. So not all those players are going to be able to take part throughout the entire season. Jack Ross did briefly, or he did speak about the injury list and how long they're going to be out for. Jerome Sinclair, for me, that's a massive one. He looks to be out between 4 and 6 weeks. Donald Love, he looks to be out for around 4 weeks. Dylan McGeoch, Reece James and Ethan Robson are all still highly unlikely to be playing this weekend. They have returned to training, but are massive doubts. So even with that, we're still lacking in numbers in quite a few areas. In other news, Nigel Atkins has rubbished the rumour that Catamol is sort of someone of interest to them to go on loan. He has said that that isn't true, but that is everything we've got as of right now. I'm hoping that, you know, we start to put our foot on the pedal soon. I'm not expecting 5, 6, 7 players to come in, but something, you know, at least a striker maybe, a midfielder as well, possibly another central midfielder if McGeoch is someone who maybe, you know, gets himself injured a bit. Hopefully he doesn't. Obviously, fingers crossed he doesn't, because he's probably the best quality player we have at the minute. But, you know, someone else who can play a similar sort of role in that centre of midfield, that'd be fantastic. But as of right now, that is everything. So, since the last little update, it seems as though my wish may have come true. Max Power of Wigan Athletic, what an incredible name, by the way. Max Power, I'm sure we'll be able to come up with some kind of chant with that one if this transfer does go through. It looks as though a fee has been agreed and he's en route to the SOL, their Stadium Elite, for a medical and talks as well. But if we don't manage to get this over the line, I've read bits and pieces from, you know, social media and stuff like that, and more professional people, not me, because I'm far from professional. Apparently, if we've obviously already agreed a fee and what have you, you can file for a bit of paperwork to get an extension on the time for the deal to go through. So I think you have up until 7 o'clock if you do file the correct paperwork, and then if you haven't managed to get the deal done by 7 o'clock, it will have to be a loan deal. But I think that would be a very good one. I think Max Power is a very decent player indeed. He's a tough tackling midfielder, works his arse off, and he can pop up with a goal or two as well. Similar, I suppose, in a sense to O'Nien, but I think Max Power is a little bit more physical. He has plenty of experience in this league, which is absolutely excellent. I'm very happy with that one. And now, just as I'm saying this, it looks as though it looks like we could be going in for a loan offer for James Wilson. I think he's actually been rumoured to sign for us for a couple of years now, even if it is just in spits and spurts. James Wilson, he is a player who I'm still quite unsure of myself. If that goes through, I think if he stays fit, it could be half decent, because I'm pretty sure he had a pretty big injury over the last season or two, maybe a knee injury or something like that. I can't quite remember. But he's always been a sort of hot prospect when he was at Manchester United. So whether he can fulfil that potential with us, if he does come to us, that remains to be seen. But I think if we do get Max Power and James Wilson as well, I think that is 2 very decent signings indeed. But as of right now, that is everything. Let's hope that we can get this over the line before the deadline comes. Okay, so it is now 7:30 in the evening. Of course, yeah, that's a bit of a jump from the last little update, but nothing's happening. Nothing. I'm fine.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get it.
Although I am hearing from my own sort of sources that we are kind of just waiting confirmation for Max Power's deal, although the club are being relatively laid back on that. You know, there's no real rush to make that announcement, but as of right now, it looks like Max Power could be the only sort of permanent signing that will be joining us. But again, it is 7:30 right now, so it's just me. I'm very impatient anyway. My patience is wearing slightly thin. I don't know why. You know, there's no panic or anything like that. We still have an entire month to get loans over the line. So if Max Power doesn't get over the line on a permanent deal, maybe it could end up being a loan deal. But as of right now, that is the case. I'll probably stick around for another half an hour to an hour. If we don't get a confirmation on a permanent deal by then that will more than likely be the end of the video. But let's hope that something happened, guys, because otherwise this is a pretty pointless video. So I'll see you on the next update if there is an update to be had. So guys, it's 8:30. I can't be bothered anymore. I've been waiting around for the last hour and nothing has happened. I mean, I've spoken to a few people and it's looking more than likely that there's going to be an announcement tomorrow, but knowing my luck, it will probably get announced the second that I've finished this video. But I think that's probably how it's going to have to be, guys. I know it's been a pretty pointless one, but I hope you have enjoyed nevertheless. I have been working at this all day and very, very little has been accomplished. Well, that's by the by. I hope you have enjoyed. Well, let's just see if Max Power... I used that little bit of music earlier on because of Max Power. I've got the power, you know. It's not funny. But if you have enjoyed, nevertheless, guys, please hit that like button for me. It'd be massively appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already to become a fully fledged member of the Sawney Army. But for now, you take care and stay jammy. Of course, guys. Of course Sunderland would do this to me. The second I finished that video, I got up, put my tea in the oven, checked my phone, and there we go. We've officially signed Max Power. Finally, it looks to be on a loan deal with an option for a permanent purchase at the end, if we would like. Now, that is it. Sunderland, stop it with the news now. We've had one bit of news all day. Now, please let me tuck into my pizza and potato wedges. But in all seriousness, I'm really, really happy with that signing. It's the one the only one we've been kind of waiting on all day long, and I think it's going to be a very good one indeed. Like I mentioned earlier, he was a bit of a sort of hard-hitting tackler. You can pop up with a goal or two. So I'm really happy with that. He's a little terrier in the middle. I quite like the look of him, so I think that's a very positive sign. And obviously, we've still got the whole rest of the month to do some loan signings and different kind of transfers in that sense as well. This actually is going to be the end of the video. So for now, you take care and stay jamming.